Welcome to episode number 7 of this Jacksonville Jaguars Madden 23 Fantasy Draft Franchise Series. And today I'm obviously playing my Jacksonville Jaguars Madden 23 Fantasy Draft Franchise Series. Like I just said, 27 instead out, and like it says in the title, and like I said, 27 instead out, and like it says in the title, it's episode number 7 of this series. And in this episode, I'm going to be playing the divisional round, or the Jaguars divisional round playoff game against the Buffalo Bills, as you can see on the screen. As you guys did not know who we were playing in the divisional round. You did not know who we were playing. You guys did not know who we were playing in the divisional round until this episode, because in the last episode we beat the Houston Texans, our division rivals, 38-17, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 38-17. We beat them in Jacksonville, 38-17, and then I said that it would be a surprise in the next episode of this series, which is this episode, who we're playing. It will be surprised who we're playing in the divisional round. It was between Kansas City and Buffalo, and obviously Buffalo beat Kansas City. I'm going to show you the playoff bracket right here before we get into the game. So, yeah. This is the playoff bracket. As you can see, all 14 teams that made the playoffs, and obviously 14 teams made the playoffs, but there's only only 8 of those teams remain. As it's the 7-seeded Titans at the 1-seeded Steelers, the 4-seeded Bills at the 3-seeded Jaguars, and then over in the NFC it's the 4-seeded Giants at the 1-seeded Lions, and then it's the 3-seeded Panthers at the 2-seeded 49ers. As Buffalo beat Kansas City in Buffalo 34-13. And then we beat Houston, or the Texans, in Jacksonville 38-17. The Titans upset the Raiders in Vegas 32-28. The 49ers beat the Vikings in San Francisco 31-13. The Panthers beat the Bears in Carolina 21-6. And then the Giants beat the Cowboys in New York 31-21. And by the way, I did say I think in the last episode that I thought the Steelers quarterback, by the way, was Aaron Rodgers. Well, I was wrong about that. The Steelers quarterback, I'm going to show you the Steelers quarterback, and I'm also going to show you the Bills quarterback, which I believe is Jimmy G. I might be mistaken, but also might not be. I believe the Bills QB is Jimmy G. I'm not 100% sure though. But the Raiders quarterback is Aaron Rodgers. I said the Steelers quarterback was Aaron Rodgers. I was wrong about that. The Raiders quarterback is Aaron Rodgers. And, well, he lost to the Titans 32-28 at home, too. And then I'm going to the Steelers. Yeah, Steelers. Right there. Then I missed it the first time. The Steelers quarterback, I said the Steelers quarterback was Aaron Rodgers. Well, obviously Aaron Rodgers is the Raiders quarterback and not the Steelers quarterback. And the Steelers' actual quarterback is Joe Burrow. And obviously, like I said, the Steelers and the Lions are the 2 1-seeds, and the Steelers quarterback is Joe Burrow, 96 overall. So, if we win this game against Buffalo and then Pittsburgh beats Tennessee, it would be Jacksonville and if Pittsburgh beats Tennessee and then Jacksonville beats Buffalo, it would be Jacksonville and Pittsburgh in the AFC Championship game. And then I'm going to show you the Bills right there. The Bills quarterback is Jimmy G. I was right. It is Jimmy Garoppolo, 82 overall. And they also have Taylor Heineke and then Tim Boyle. Remember Tim Boyle? He was the Packers backup quarterback, I believe, in 2020. And then Taylor Heineke was the Washington quarterback for a couple of years, and he still might be. I'm not exactly sure. But either way, let's get into this divisional round playoff game. We're 10-6-1. We went 10-6-1 in the regular season. The Bills went 10-7 in the regular season. We're on a 6-game winning streak, including our playoff win against Houston in the wild card round, including that playoff win against the Texans. We are on a 6-game winning streak. So yeah, let's get into it right now. We're in 87 overall. They're in 84 overall. They have Jonathan Taylor, their halfback. They have Keenan Allen, one of their wide receivers. They also have Cameron Jordan, their left end. But we have Devontae Adams. Derrick Henry as our running back. Devontae Adams is one of our wide receivers. And then we also have Micah Hyde, our free safety. So yeah, divisional playoff. Winner will move on to play the Steelers or the Titans in the AFC Championship game. And then the loser will obviously go home. Play tool enhanced, game style simulation, and the skill level is all pro. Let's get into it right now. So winner moves on to the AFC Championship game, and then the loser will obviously go home. I am chewing gum, by the way, if you hear a noise. I am chewing gum. Hopefully it's Lucky Gum. Let's watch a presentation. Alan Roach, divisional playoff. It's a night game, so it's Saturday night or Sunday night. Not sure which one. Our quarterback is Derek Carr. Going down, Jimmy G. You're going down. As Jacksonville hosted last week, beat Houston 38-17, and now they're hosting again. This time they're hosting Buffalo. So yeah, it's Buffalo at Jacksonville, and then it's Tennessee at Pittsburgh. Two winners will play each other in the AFC Championship game. And then the two losers will see their season come to an end, obviously. And we might know the final score of that Tennessee-Pittsburgh game in a moment here. And Detroit beat New York 31-21. So the NFC 1 seed, which is the Lions, beat the 4-seeded Giants 31-21 in Detroit. Here we go with a trip to the AFC Championship game on the line. We're on your way. Oh, I thought I busted that. About a 40-yard return up to the 34-yard line. So this is the game on Saturday night. It is the game on Saturday night because it said the Tennessee and Pittsburgh game was at 3:05 Eastern on Sunday. So it's the second game on Saturday and the second game of the divisional weekend. So the only game that is final right now, the only game that has been played is Giants at Lions, where the Lions beat the Giants in Detroit 31-21. Here we go. First play from scrimmage for either team. Here's a throw. It's caught. O'Shaughnessy. First down. Gain of 13. Up to the 47-yard line. First down. So here we go. So it'll be yeah. Never mind. Here we are. Here's Henry. First run of the game. Henry in the Buffalo territory. Dot 7 up to the 46 of Buffalo. Not first down, but second down and 3. So yeah, it will be the Lions will host the NFC Championship game, and they will host Chicago or the San Francisco in the NFC Championship game. And then obviously in this game, we might be the home team for the AFC Championship game, or we might be the road team. I'm not sure. Here we go. Here's Carr, and he's out of bounds at the Buffalo 41. Dana sits, first down. Tennessee's 10-7 and are the 7 seed. The Steelers are 14-3 and are the 1 seed. So if we win this game, we will go to Pittsburgh to play the Steelers, or we will host the Titans right here in Jacksonville. It just depends if the Titans or the Steelers win. Here we go. Punt fake. Here's a throw caught by Adams. His first catch, and he got 10. Carr 2 for 2, 23 yards. 13-yard pass, now a 10-yard pass. First down. Here we go, play action. Play action. Here's a throw over the top. Get mossed. Down to the 4. First and goal. 26 yards down to the 3. Or down to the 4, excuse me. 6-minute quarters, by the way. 6-minute quarters. Here we go. First and goal from the 4. Here's Henry. And Henry is down at the 1-yard line as he almost got there. 2nd and 1 from possibly inside the 1. Yeah, it's like 2nd and goal from like the 1-foot line now. Here we go. Over halfway through the opening quarter. Henry's in. Touchdown. And the Jaguars strike first here in this AFC Divisional Round playoff game. As Henry's into the end zone and the Jaguars strike first here in this AFC Divisional Round playoff game. Here's Tucker for the PAT. And Justin Tucker's kick is right down the middle. 7-0 Jaguars. 2:42 to go in the opening quarter. Here we go. Wind of 6 miles per hour, basically blowing from left to right. 2:42 to go in the first. As Buffalo did the ball first, now it will be a touchback. And here comes Jimmy G in the Buffalo offense. Here we go. There's a trip to the AFC Championship game on the line, obviously. Here we go. Here's a throw. Jimmy G. It's caught. And a tackle on number 13, which might be Gabriel Davis. No, it's Keenan Allen. Never mind. There we go. 2nd and 3 after the 7-yard reception by Keenan Allen. And here's it's play action. And wide open is the tight end. And he got, that's Bellinger, first down. Assume that's a tight end based on his build. Here we go. 1st and 10 from the 36. Here's a throw, quick throw. And that would have been a touchdown if it wouldn't make the tackle. Up the midfield, though. Gain of, what, like 14? And in, what, like 3 or 4 plays already at midfield. 1:15 to go in the first. 7-0 in Jacksonville. Buffalo's at midfield. Come on, pressure. Or come on, defense. Here's a throw. Another quick throw. That's Renfro. So Hunter Renfro's on this team as well. 2nd. Here we go. Didn't miss anything. 2nd and 2 from the 42. And Singletary will get the first down on the 2nd effort. Excuse me, that's not Singletary. That's Jonathan Taylor. So yeah, it's Jonathan Taylor, not Devin Singletary. So first down. That was on Taylor's first run. Here we go. Here's Jimmy G. 8 seconds to go in the quarter. Wide open is number 11. And he's down to the 13. 3 seconds to go in the quarter. That would be the end of the quarter. End of the first quarter. 7-0 in Jacksonville. But Buffalo's on the move. But Buffalo is on the move, looking to tie the game. Here we go. 1st and 10 from the 13 for Buffalo. Down 7-0. They're 13 yards away and a PAT away from tying it. And here's Taylor. Taylor stiff-armed the guy, but he was able to. The defender was still able to bring him down, send him down. 2nd and 8 from the 10. And here's Taylor. He's down to the 6. It's only 3rd down and 3. And we got 3rd and 3 from the 6. First down markers at the 3. Jimmy G in the backfield. Taylor to his left. Jimmy G, plenty of time, finds a guy, and it's not a touchdown, but it's a first down. 1st and goal from the 1 as he got 5. Didn't get the touchdown, but got the first down. 1st and goal from the 1 now. Under center is Jimmy G. Taylor's. It's a run or it's a throw. And it's caught, touchdown. As they threw it on 1st and goal from the 1, and well, it worked. It's gonna be a tie game pending the PAT. And the PAT is good. And we're tied at 7. 4:28 to go in the first half. 10 plays, 74 yards, and it lasted like 4 minutes. Jimmy G was 7 for 7 on the drive with like 65 yards, I think it said. And here's a kick by the Buffalo kicker. 7-7 game. As both teams have had one drive, and both teams have scored a touchdown on their opening drive. Here's Patrick Peterson up to the 26-yard line. As both teams scored a touchdown on their opening drive. And remember, keep in mind there's a trip to the AFC Championship game on the line. There we go. Both teams scored a touchdown on their opening drive. Second drive of the game for Jacksonville. It's 6 or 7. Here's a throw. Adams down to the 33. 2nd down and 2 after a gain of 8. And remember, they get the ball after halftime. Buffalo does. Here's Henry, and Henry, 1st down, and he's still going. And he got about 7. Excuse me, that was actually 8 yards from the 33 to the 41. 1st down. Here we go, play action. Play action. Throws it over the top. What a catch! But he's out of bounds. As it's setting down, I could challenge it, but based on I've seen him 2 feet down. But when I watched it at live time, in real time, he looked way out of bounds. Here's Henry. Henry. Thought he was only done a get 1 or 2. Instead, he got 6. It's 3rd and 4 now from our 47. Here we go. We died it to their 49 for a first. Here we go. And there's a throw, and it's incomplete as I meant to hit triangle instead I hit square, or I meant to hit triangle instead I hit X. I'm gonna punt it. That might be a mistake, especially because they did the ball after halftime. But I could go for it, but if I don't get it, they did the ball at midfield. So there's a punt by Hecker, and I put backspin on it, and that did its job. Will anyone touch it though? As we're the first one to touch it, as we down it at the 7-yard line. Good punt by number 10, Johnny Hecker. As he pins it, as we pin Buffalo at the 7-yard line. So yeah, if I went for it and didn't did it, it ball at midfield. Instead, I punt it and they hit the ball at the 7-yard line. Here we go, Jimmy G. I'll take a safety. He's in the end zone. Here's a throw, incomplete. First incompletion for Jimmy G. Set it down from the 7. As Jimmy G right now is standing at his own, basically 1-yard line. Here we go, Jimmy G from his own goal line. Wide open is 13, and that's Allen. 1st down up to the 20 as he got a gain at 13, and away from the shadow of their own goal line. 1st down, 2:08 to go, and the ball after halftime. Come on, D. Here we go. Come on, pressure. Here's a throw, and it's caught. And good tackle to save a touchdown. 2-minute warning, 7-7 game, and Buffalo's on the move again. That would have been a touchdown if they didn't make the tackle, but already in the Jacksonville territory, excuse me, at the 48. 1:59 to go. We need the pressure. Here's a throw. It's caught. And they've been killing us with those slants. I gotta do something about that. Already 120 yards for Jimmy G. Only 1 incomplete pass. $140 to go, and then the ball after halftime. Early there's a throw, and it's caught. 141 yards. That was a gain of 21 down to the 18. And at this point, they're unstoppable at this point because they're doing those quick throws. This is a safety blitz that's to burn us or to help us. Here's a throw, and he's bottled up. Set it down. I'm going to call a timeout here because I want to try the ball back. Set it down and sits. 1:09 on the clock. And doing those quick throws, that's what you should do. That's what they do in real life. At least a veteran quarterback does. Or really any team could. Here's a throw! It went right by your head! It went right over the defender's head. At least it didn't arm up to block it. Instead, it went right over his head. It looks like Buffalo ran the clock and then called a timeout. 52 seconds. They're at the 4. I might have hide right here. I'm watching the middle. Here we go. There's a throw, and it's caught. Touchdown, Buffalo, as Buffalo takes their first lead of the game. And I believe both touchdowns have been to number 89. I believe both touchdowns have gone to that man, number 89, and Buffalo has their first lead of the game. 14-7 Buffalo, 49 seconds to go in the half. Buffalo gets the ball after halftime, but we still have Buffalo gets the ball after halftime, but we still have 49 seconds and 2 timeouts, And quite frankly, we need 7. Because this game's gonna be an offensive shootout. Here's Peterson. And Peterson! Oh, I thought he was gone. His 36 tackled him, but he saved the touchdown. As he almost broke the first one, and he almost broke another one. Here we go, 2 timeouts. Here we go. I'm going to throw it deep. Might be a mistake, and it's incomplete. Almost like it was batted down by the offensive player. Set it down. We just need 3, but I would like 7 based on what's happening with our defense. Here's a throw. Adams, what a catch! One-handed! And we'll call our second timeout. That's why I got Adams. I'm going to do a half-bat slip screen. I might. Here we go. They're 36, 32 seconds. We have 1 timeout. Here's a half-bat slip screen to the left to Henry. And Henry is going to go out of bounds at the 19, 26 seconds. As he was almost caught from behind. And here's a throw. It's caught. Adams! And Adams is down to the 5-yard line. And we will call our third and final timeout. 20 seconds. First and over on the 5. But now if we're tackled and bounce, we gotta hurry up to the line here. No timeouts. It's a slant. And here's a throw to Hidby! And Hidby's in! Touchdown! Tyler Hidby! And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying the game. As he almost got tackled at the 1-yard line, but did not. And we are within an extra point of tying the game. $16 seconds to go, and the PAT is good. And we're tied at 14 with 16 seconds to go in the half. $14-14 late in the first half, and Buffalo does get the ball after halftime, like I said earlier. And that will be a touchback. We just can't let him we cannot let him get points here. And they're gonna run it. Oh my goodness gracious. I mean, come on. Up to the 41-yard line, 11 seconds. I mean, they only need like 20 yards, and 20 yards, and they'll be in field goal range. I don't want to do that. Here we go. Looks like they're in Hail Mary now. Basically, just have 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. 11 seconds. Just please don't catch it. Here's a throw. It's intercepted. Go down. Go down. Yes. Intercepted by Kyle Van Noy. And now we have a chance for points as Jimmy G threw it right to Van Noy. And we have a chance for points here. I'm just going to kick it right away here because we have no timeouts. It's a 52-yard field goal. Don't even send the offense out there. Send the kicking unit out there, or the field goal unit. Wind is 6 miles per hour, basically blowing right to left, give or take. 7 seconds. 52 yards from the right hash for Tucker to get us the lead back. And Tucker's kick is right down the middle, and the Jaguars retake the lead. As we did a gift, an interception by Kyle Van Noy sets up the field. The interception by Kyle Van Noy sets up the field goal. 3 seconds to go in the half, and we're up 17-14. I'm just gonna squib it here. There's a return on the 15-yard line, and that's the end of the first half. 17-14 Jaguars, but the Bills do get the ball after halftime. And let's listen in to Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports halftime report. Coach? Here we go, second half. Bills get the ball to start the second half. 17-14 Jaguars. He didn't miss anything. The ball goes out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 for Buffalo at the 25. 17-14 Jaguars with a trip to the AFC Championship game on the line. Here's a throw to the guy number 89 who has both touchdowns, I'm pretty sure. Here we go, 2nd down and 2. Here we go, trip to the AFC Championship game on the line. 2nd and 2 from the 33. 5:30 to go in the third. Here we go, we haven't had a sack yet. Wide open is number 11. And 2 players are already in the Jacksonville territory at the 47. As Renfro and Allen are killing us, and Jimmy G, and this entire offense is. Here we go, audibling or some in motion for Buffalo. There's a throw, it's caught. And he got 10 yards, 197 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception for Jimmy G. And they're just killing us on that slant. I mean, I'm using Tyler Van Noy. Here's a run, and a tackle by Van Noy and someone else. 2nd down and 5. 5 rushes, 30 yards for Jonathan Taylor. We have 2 minutes into the third quarter. Here we go. Here's a run, and he finds all eventually and got down to the 23. Dana 8, 1st down. Is Buffalo going to take the lead with a TD or with a touchdown? Come on. And they're going to continue running it. Good tackle by the big man, number 90, I believe. Brandon Graham, the defensive lineman, 2nd down and 6. We're halfway through the third quarter already. 17-14 Jacksonville. Buffalo's on the move, though. Come on. And here's a throw. Wide open is Renfro, and he's down to the 3. 1st and goal. As Jimmy G only has 2 incomplete passes. Well, he's 18 for 20. Obviously, he has 1 incomplete pass, and then the other pass was an interception. So basically, he's almost imperfect. Here we go. 1st and goal from the 3. Already a 4.5 minute drive, or 3.5 minute drive. And here's Taylor, who just bounced off a guy. But reinforcements come in and stop him short of the goal line by a yard. 2nd down and goal from the 1. Goal on defense now for us. It's already a 4-minute drive and counting. 2nd and goal from the 1. They're probably running it again, but they passed it earlier. Here's Taylor, and Taylor's in. On the 2nd effort, or on the 2nd attempt, he's in. Not 2nd effort, but 2nd attempt, he's in. And Buffalo retakes the lead again. As this back and forth game continues. 2017 Buffalo. And the extra point is good by the Buffalo kicker, and it's 21-17 Buffalo. 1:52 to go in the third quarter. And we got 1:52 to go in the first, or 1:52 to go in the third quarter. We get the ball back, down 21-17. Here's Peterson from the goal line. Can he maybe get a touchdown here? Maybe. No, not this time. He never got one earlier, but he almost busted a couple earlier. This one's up to the 23-yard line. 1:49 to go in the quarter. Here we go. We gotta get a touchdown here. Nothing less. And here's a throw, and I had Adams, but jarred it loose, or hit the pressure made it inaccurate. Carr's 8 for 12, I believe it said, with he has a touchdown, and then Henry has the other touchdown, and then we have that field goal, and after that Kyle Van Noy interception. Here's a throw. It's called O'Shaughnessy, just short. 3rd and 1 from the 33. It said we definitely gotta get this here. So it's inside zone. Give it to Henry. 3rd and 1 from the 33. 1:15 to go in the third quarter. We're down by 4. Here's Henry, and Henry's got it, and more. He has 6 rushes, 31 yards, and a touchdown, which was our first touchdown of the game back in the first. And the drive continues. If I didn't get that, I was going to go for it. Here we go, under 1 to go in the third. It's a back and forth game here in Jacksonville. And here's a throw over the middle. It's caught. Julio Jones. Down to the 45 of Buffalo. 40 seconds to go in the quarter. 1st down. Julio Jones, a veteran, makes his first catch of the game. Here's the snap. Here's Etz. In stride is O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy is down to the 27-yard line. 5 seconds to go in the quarter. That will be the last play of the third quarter. We're done ahead of the fourth quarter with the Bills up 21-17, but the Jaguars are on the move. Here we go. Jaguars on the move, down by 4. And we're at the Buffalo 27-yard line at 6 minutes to go with a trip to the AFC Championship game on the line. Here's Henry. Henry! Breaks. Oh, I thought he was going to break the tackle, but he got 5. Here we go. Still a stiff and noodle. Empty backfield. Henry's out there to the left. And plenty of time. And I'm just going to have to throw it away, though, because I got to the outside. Now it's third down. Let's go with wide shallow cross. Got it to the 16 for a first. Might be 4 on territory if I don't did it. Because a field goal, we would still be down by 1. Here we go. And there's a throw. It's caught in stride. Chris Godwin. And he's down to the 1. As we got the first down by plenty. Chris Godwin down to the 1. First and goal from the 1. Let's go with halfback Wham. Under 5 to go in the game. Touchdown, give us the lead. Head B in motion. He moves over. Henry is not in. As he broke the tackle, but then another guy came in and tackled him. Clock continues to move though. Let's go with inside zone. 4.5 to go. Second and goal from the 1. Come on, Henry. Punch it in. And Henry is in. Touchdown. Jacksonville. And the Jaguars are back down in front again. As the Jaguars, I believe, have their third lead of the game. And we're up by 2. Now, this PAT will make our lead 3. And the PAT is good. And we're up 24-21. 4:22 to go in the game. But now our defense needs to make a stop. We've made one stop. It was the Tyler Van Noy interception late in the first half. Other than that, I believe the Bills have 4 drives, 3 touchdowns, and an interception. And that will be a touchback. Buffalo starts from the 25. 4:22 to go. Down by 3. Come on. They have 4 drives, I believe, 3 touchdowns, and an interception. I'll take the interception here. Or a stop. Or even if we only give up 3 points, anything less than a touchdown here. Preferably a touchdown or an interception! Oh! I thought it was an interception. My goodness, let's give up something less, or I don't want to do. If we want to give up something, I want something less than a touchdown. So a field goal or a punt or an interception. Here we go, second down. Here's the throw. It's intercepted. Van Noy, and there's the interception, and Van Noy is gone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Van Noy's second of the game, and we're up by 9. Let's go! There's the interception I was looking for. It's Van Noy again. His second of the game. This one's a pick 6. And we're up by 9 with 4:12 to go. Let's go! And the PAT is good. And we're up 31-21, 4:12 to go. But this game is not over yet. There's still just over 4 minutes to play. And Buffalo did the ball back. Now down by 10, which is 2 scores, a touchdown and a field goal. So now for the defense, another turnover would be nice, but preferably if don't let them score quickly. You don't really want them score. You don't want to score at all. But if you're gonna let them score, make them use all the clock possible. You don't want them to score quickly. If they were gonna score, make them use like a lot of time. Here we go. We're up by 10 after the pit 6. Here's a throw. And the tackle. But if he didn't tackle him, he would have been gone. Here we go. Down to the 37. 4 minutes to go. Buffalo, no hurry up yet. Despite being down by a touchdown and a field goal here. Under 4 to go. Here we go. Here's Garoppolo. Stays in there. And what a hit. Hits it, but held on by the tight end who has both touchdowns. Or 2 out of the 3 touchdowns for Buffalo. And then Taylor has the other one. 3:10 to go. They're at the 44, their 44. Second and 3. Come on, pressure. There's a throw. It's caught. And he's down to our 40. 3 minutes to go. They're on near field goal range, but at this point, that's Renfro. 114 yards on 7 receptions. Under 3 to go. Under center is Jimmy G. We haven't got a sack yet, and that ball is caught, and they're killing us. Down to the 20, 2.5 minutes to go. The whole offense is killing us, but especially Keenan Allen and Hunter Renfrow. 2:10 to go now from the 20. Under center, and they're going to run it with Taylor. Surprising, and he's down to the 16. And I'll probably take us to a 2-minute warning, and it will. 2-minute warning. 31-21 Jaguars, but Buffalo's on the move, as Buffalo is not dead yet. This game's nowhere near over. They're at the 16, setting down and 6, 2 minutes to go. Both teams have all 3 timeouts. In the backfield is Jimmy G. He's definitely throwing it. He is. Plenty of time! And wide open is number 11. Down to the 6. First and goal. They're on no huddle. 100 seconds to play. And here we go. Here's a throw wide open. And it's, oh, he's in. It's incomplete. It's 89. He already has 2 touchdowns. It was wide open, but he caught it. But then he only got 1 foot down, not 2. Set it down and goal now with 1:38 to go. A break for Jacksonville as he got 1 foot down, but not 2. And here's a throw, and it's caught, and he's in. Touchdown Buffalo. As the defender tried to keep Keenan Allen out of the end zone, but Keenan Allen thrust his way in, and it's not over yet. 4-point game with 1:33 to play, and Buffalo still has all 3 timeouts. And the kick is good. 31-28 Jaguars, as we're still up in this game, but only up by 3. And I assume they're going for the onside. Oh, well, I guess they're not because they have all 3 timeouts, but just in case they did, I had a hands team out there. And no one's bat there, but that's going to be a touchback, as it's kneed by Peterson. Patrick Peterson, that is. And we start at the 25-yard line. 1 first down will end this game, but if we go 3 and out, Buffalo will get the ball back. And if they do, we might lose this game. Here we go. Here's Henry. Henry! Good job to get 6 out of that. Buffalo will call their first time out. I thought he was only going to get 1 or 2. Instead, he got 6. I'm going to keep it on the ground here, force them to use their timeouts. 1 first down should end this game here. 1:20 on the clock. 4 yards for the win, and Henry fell over his own die. And I believe he lost the yard. Now it's 3rd down. Final timeout called by Buffalo. I'm going to smash corners here. Yeah, he did lose a yard. 3rd and 5 from the 30. Yeah, it's the 35 for a first. 1:26 on the clock. Here we go. And here's a throw. And thrown. And it's intercepted by 20 number. At the very end of the last clip, I threw the ball in the double coverage. It was intercepted by number 23, Darby, I believe the announcer said. And they have the ball at R49. R49. 1 timeout. Minute 21 on the clock. Field goal ties it, and a touchdown for Buffalo would give them the lead. Here we go, D. And here's a throw. It's caught, and now no huddle. 1 minute on the clock here. Down to the 39. No, we need the pressure. We're gonna lose this game. Come on, D. Come on. 45 seconds. Here's a throw. It's caught. And they're just driving down the field. I'm calling timeout just to stop the momentum here. I'm just using it because Buffalo's been on no huddle. I just want to. Come on. Come on. Down to the 17. 33 seconds. We got to keep them out of the end zone. Here we go. Here's a throw. And it's caught down to the 10. Half a minute. 17 seconds. And here's a throw. It's caught. And he's down to the 2. And there's 5 seconds. And they call the timeout with 5 seconds. Oh my goodness gracious. As we stopped them at the 2. Are they not kick it? And they are going to kick it. I'm going to ice them. So here we go. It's like a 20-yard field goal to send the game to overtime. And here we go. It's a special iced angle. 20 yards, or it's actually like 19 yards for the tie. And to send the game to overtime, it's right down the middle. 2 seconds to go, and we're tied at 31. As the 19-yard field goal is right down the middle, 2 seconds to go, and we're tied at 31. Here we go, and our kick it deep, and it's going to be a touchback, 2 seconds, but I'm going to probably just knee it here. I'm just going to run it with Henry, send the game to overtime, but I believe it should be the new overtime, should be the new NFL overtime, the new NFL postseason overtime rules. Last play of regulation, bar a defensive foul, and Henry got about 20 yards, but time runs out, and we're going to overtime here in this game. We scored 14 in the fourth. The Bills scored 10 in the fourth. And is it the new NFL postseason overtime rules? I'm not sure. Flat screen. Here we go. And it's heads. The Bills won the toss, and they will obviously let the receive. So it's head, and we will defend. That is right. Defend right. And I'm not. Is it the new NFL postseason overtime rules, or is it not? I don't know if it is or not, and if it's not, the Bills win with a touchdown. Here we go, 6 minutes on the clock here in overtime. And I'm not sure if it's not the new NFL overtime postseason rules, and if it's the old ones where if the first team on offense gets a touchdown, they win the game. If it's that, the first team on offense gets a touchdown, and if it's the old NFL overtime rules, at least in the postseason, where if the first team on offense gets a touchdown, they win the game. If that's the case, the touchdown wins it for Buffalo. Here's a throw, it's caught, and they're killing us on that, dude. The announcers are talking about the new NFL overtime rules, where even if they did a touchdown here, we would get the ball. I'm not 100% sure if that's the case here. The announcers are talking about that, but I'm not sure if that's actually the case. Here we go, there's a throw, and it's caught. Allen spun around off a dive, but went out of bounds. 2nd down and 7. But overtime, we had a 10-point lead after that pit six, and then the Bills went down, got a touchdown. Carr threw an interception, and then they got a field goal basically at the buzzer. Here we go. Come on, we need the pressure, dude. And made a tackle, dude. Make a damn tackle. I mean, for everything at Holy, like, why can't we just cannot stop them. I mean, we got 2 interceptions, including a pit six, both by Van Noy. Both interceptions by Van Noy. Third one would be nice. Here we go. There's a throw, and it's actually dropped. Van Noy was, I mean, literally dropped 32 for 38. So 6 incomplete, well, four incomplete passes and then 2 interceptions. There we go. 2nd and 10 from the 44. And here we go. And pressure! Here's a throw. He shuts it deep! And he caught it. Touchdown! How do you not break that up? That's Renfro. Yeah, okay. It's the new NFL overtime rules. It's a new NFL. It's a new NFL postseason overtime rules. So it's not over. As the PAT is good, we're down by 7 in overtime. But because of the new NFL postseason overtime rules, we get the ball. Even though the Bills scored a touchdown, we get the ball with a chance to tie it with a touchdown and a PAT. Here's Peterson, shy of the goal line, and Peterson almost busted it again. Up to the 37, 4:10 on the clock. Here we go. We need a touchdown and a PAT to tie it. And if we did a touchdown, will I go for 2 and for the win? I don't know. I might. Here's a throw, and that was a dangerous throw. Dana 3 though, 2nd down and Dana 4, 2nd down and 4. Here we go. In the regular season, the game will be over, but postseason, it's not over yet. If I do get this touchdown, will I go for 2? I don't know. Here we go. There's Henry. Henry! Down to the 30, down to the 45, 3rd and 2 now. Run it in here. I'm actually really nervous here. Here we go. Here's Henry. 1st down. To the other 45, Dana 10. Henry 75 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. Let's do a screen here. Here we go. Here we go. And here's a screen to Henry. Blockers in front. Henry's caught from behind. Dana 6. Carr's almost at 200 yards. Here we go. And here's a throw. It's caught. Godwin. My word, what a hit. It's only 3rd and 2 now. Oh, running again. Here we go. Remember, there's no 2-minute warning because, obviously, this thing to not end in a tie here. Here's Henry. First down. He's still chugging. Down to the 29. I'm not sure about the score before the overtime's over. Like the first overtime. I'm not sure. There's still 125 to go in overtime number 1, though. Here we go. Flag is down. And it's knocked out of his hands. And that could be a hold. And yes, sir, it is. Why is that called now? And it's on the left tackle. And it's going to back us up. Just what we need. 1st and 20 now from the 39. 119 on the clock. It's not what we needed here in overtime. Here we go. I'm just chucking it deep. And a ball. It's caught. What a catch. That's Derrick Henry. I thought that was Adams. That was Henry. My goodness. 1st and 10 from the 10. I cannot believe he caught that. Oh my goodness. And here's Henry. Henry. Another flag? Are you kidding me? And it's on the left guard now. So it's the left tackle on the left guard. And now it's 1st and 17 from the 17. So it's 10 yards away from the spot of the foul. But why are these penalties happening now in overtime? Here we go. Here's a throw. Higby. I don't know if I have to score before the first overtime's over or not. I'm not sure. Here we go. And Carr. Oh, I almost. Whew. Now it's 3rd down. Here we go. 3rd and 13 from the 13. Here we go. Here's a throw to the end zone. And it's almost intercepted on the deflection. But now it's 4th down. And this is our season right here. Here we go. We basically got to get a touchdown here to keep our season alive. Here we go. Here's a throw. Henry. Touchdown. On 4th down. And it's a 1-point game. Unbelievable. And do I go for 2 in the win? Do I go for 2 in the win? Oh my goodness. I think we have to. As Henry gets a touchdown in the back of the end zone, 7 seconds to go in overtime. It's 38-37. Do I go for 2 in the win or do I go for the PAT and the tie? I don't know. I think I'm going for the win because our defense has proven that we can't make a darn stop. I'm going for it. I'll call a timeout here. Just to get my nerves down a little bit. My heart is racing so much, dude. I'm still going for it. But I just wanted a little more time. Here we go. I'm doing a quick slant. I'm going for Adams. Here we go. Here's Adams. And it's caught. And we're moving on. What a call. And that should be the game. Adams makes the catch on the 2-point conversion. And that's the game, I'm pretty sure. And it is the game. Jaguars win. As the gamble pays off. As I went for 2 in the win. And Adams made the catch. Jaguars win. Let's go. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I'm shaking. My heart is pounding. We get the win. 39-38 the final in overtime. We got the touchdown. As because of the new NFL overtime postseason rules, both teams got a possession. Even if the first team on offense got a touchdown, both teams got a possession. Bills went down, got a touchdown. Jaguars were driving down the field. It was 4th and 13 from the 13. So basically, we needed a touchdown to keep our season alive. We got the touchdown at Derrick Henry, who was in the back of the end zone, wide open basically. Made the catch, got 2 feet down. That made it 38-37. And then I had a choice between a PAT and a tie or going for 2 for the win. And I went for 2 and for the win. And well, that gamble to go for 2 and the win paid off. It was a quick slant. I threaded it in there. Adams made the catch, held on to it, made the catch and held on to it for the 2-point diversion. And the Jaguars are moving on to the AFC Championship game. Unbelievable. As I'll show you who we're playing in the AFC Championship game in the next clip, because this clip's about to end. What a game. We win at 39-38 in overtime. See you on the other side. My goodness, what a game. What a game. This camera only has one battery, like, there's like 4 batteries, not 4 batteries, but 4 levels of the battery, and there's only 1 level left. So this camera might die soon. But yeah, here's the stats for the QBs. They're insane, especially for Jimmy G. 33 for 39, excuse me. 408 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 84% completion percentage. Carr, 18 for 26, 246 yards, 69% completion percentage, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. But what a game. This is the game of the year, dude. That was the greatest game. Like, single-handedly, I might be botching that. This is the greatest game. This is the greatest Madden game. Not just Madden 23. Out of all the Maddens I played, I believe I played Madden 17 through 23. Out of all the Madden games, which is what, 17 through 23, which is what, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. That's 7 Madden games. 17 through 23. This game I just played was the greatest game, at least that I can remember, that I've ever played in Madden, on or off camera. Like, combined between on and off camera. So I believe this is the greatest Madden game. Like, no matter what, like, this is the greatest Madden game I've ever played. Like, throughout, not just for Madden 23, but for all the Maddens. Greatest Madden game I've ever played, ever, on or off camera. Henry, 15 for 83, 2 touchdowns. That's on the ground, that is. Taylor, 10 for 49. Carr, 1 for 6. But receiving, holy buckets. Usually I'll do the Jaguars and then I'll do the Bills. Adams, 5 for 88. Henry, 4 for 65. And the game tie-in, or 4 for 65, Henry was in the air with a touchdown, which that touchdown was the one in overtime with 7 seconds to go in overtime. Hidby, 3 for 13 and a touchdown. O'Shaughnessy, 3 for 40. Godwin, 2 for 23. Jones, 1 for 17. And then Micah Hyde, I think the only reason he's on here is because he had 1 drop. That's why he's on here. And then I usually don't show the other team's receiving stats, but this is insane. Ran for 13 for 204 yards and a touchdown. Allen, 7 for 91 and a touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie, 6 for 68. Jeremy Rutkert, 5 for 24. Jonathan Taylor, 1 for 17. And then Daniel Bellinger, 1 for 4. But yeah, number 89, Jeremy Rutkert, he had 5 for 24 and 2 touchdowns. And then Taylor, 1 for 17. And then Daniel Bellinger, their other tight end, 1 for 4. My goodness, what a game. And then defensive-wise, I don't know if there's any stats for either team. Interceptions, the only interception was by that Ronald Darby for Buffalo, and then for Jacksonville, Kyle Van Noy had both interceptions. But my goodness, what a game. What a game. And then Kitten, Tucker, 4 for 4 on extra points, 1 for 1 on field goals, which that field goals at the end of the first half was 52 yards. And then the Bills, their kicker was Matt Prater, 1 for 1 on field goals. And his only field goal was a 19-yard field goal with 2 seconds to go in regulation, and then he was 5 for 5 on extra points. My goodness. As a scoring summary, Derrick Henry won their run in the first quarter, then obviously Buffalo tied it, then Buffalo took the lead, then Jacksonville tied it, and then Jacksonville, after that first Kyle Van Noy interception, got a field goal, so we were up 17-14 at halftime. Then Buffalo took the lead, Jacksonville took the lead back, then it was what, I believe it was 20, and then the Kyle Van Noy 29-yard interception return for a touchdown that made it 31-21, then it was 31-28. That interception, pick six by Van Noy made it 31-21, and then Buffalo went down, made it 31-28. Then I threw an interception, and then this says 18-yard field goal. But either way, a field goal with 2 seconds to go, or 1 second to go, it says. But either way, a field goal basically at the buzzer by Prater tied it at 31. And there was a new NFL postseason overtime rules, which even if the first team on offense gets a touchdown, both teams get the ball no matter what the first team on offense does. And in this case, well, it's a 44-yard pass from Jimmy G to Hunter Renfrow for a touchdown, with 4:14 to go in overtime, and then with 6 seconds to go, or actually, I thought it was 7 seconds. But either way, in the final seconds, basically of overtime, 13-yard pass on 4th and 13 from the 13. It was 4th and 13 from the 13. 13-yard pass from Carr to Henry, and we got the 2-point conversion, which was a quick slant from the 2-yard line from Derek Carr to Devontae Adams. It was a quick slant, quick slant from the 2-yard line from Derek Carr to Devontae Adams. And yeah, this is the greatest Madden game I've ever played on or off camera. My goodness. I want to review the highlights. I want to watch show you the. I was surprised Henry was left wide open. I mean, Henry sneaks out the bat side, and I thought what's going to happen is he's going to be out of bounds when he catches it, or basically catch it and be out of bounds, or he's gonna drop it, or it's gonna be batted down. Instead, he makes the catch, stays in bounds, dives 2 feet down, and obviously made it 38-37, and obviously I was like, I'm going for 2. And obviously it was a pass. I threaded it in there. You can see. You can see Adam made the catch, got tackled right after he made the catch, held on to it, and obviously that was a 2-point conversion for the win. My goodness. Obviously we scored 8 in overtime. Buffalo scored 7. I'm not exactly sure. The one thing I have about this is, obviously because there will be no ties here in the postseason. And by the way, I'll show you who we're playing in the AFC Championship game in the next episode of this series. I know I said at the end of the last clip I would go back to the main menu now and show you who we're playing, but I changed my mind. I'm going to find out who we're playing, but you guys will not find out who we're playing in the AFC Championship game until the next episode of this series, which will be the AFC Championship game, of course. So we will be playing the Tennessee Titans at home, or we will go to Pittsburgh to play the Pittsburgh Steelers in the AFC Championship game. So we will host the Titans, or we will go to Pittsburgh to play the Steelers. It will be one of those two. It would be one of those two options. Obviously, of course, I want to play Tennessee because that's a 7 seed, and we will be the home team. But I think we still can beat Pittsburgh too. I don't think we played them in the regular season though, but I think we still can beat them. And then Tennessee, we definitely have because we're in the same division. And if we do play Tennessee, we would host Tennessee. And if we played Pittsburgh, we would go to Pittsburgh to play the Steelers. Joe Burrow and the Steelers. But the one one little question I have about overtime here is that actually there's double overtime. That's it. The score is tied after the first overtime. In this case, if time ran out here in this first overtime if time ran out here in the first overtime and we still had the ball, the Jaguars did, but we're losing in this case 38-31, would the game end or would the game go to double overtime? Because yes, obviously there's double overtime in the postseason, but if we had the ball, the Jaguars did, and still had the ball, but we're down in this case 38-31, and time ran out in the first overtime, would the game go to double overtime or would the Bills win? I'm not exactly sure, but it's a moot point because we won the game 39-38 in overtime. Henry tied it with a 13-yard touchdown, and then Adams won it with a 2-yard reception on the quick slant on the 2-point conversion. So it was a 2-yard quick slant. It was thrown by Carr. Carr threaded it in there to Adams. Adams made the catch, held on to it made the catch, held on to it for the 2-point conversion, and it was the game-winning 2-point conversion as the Jaguars beat the Bills here in this AFC Divisional Round playoff game in Jacksonville, 39-38 in overtime. What a game! I now watch my dogs now. I'm not in this video because this channel is about to die, and I need to watch my dogs. My goodness, I hope you enjoyed this video. You should give it a big thumbs up because I thought we were going to win after that pick six by Van Noy, and then I thought we were going to lose because the Bills almost scored a touchdown in the final seconds of regulation. They were 2 yards away from winning the game, but thankfully we stopped them. They still kicked the field goal to tie the game and send the game to overtime, but we still ended up prevailing in overtime thanks to the touchdown by Henry on 4th down, and thanks to the 2-point conversion by Adams. That's the reason I got Devontae Adams. He's a veteran receiver who can, well, catch the ball, take the hit, and hold on to the ball. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I really hope you enjoyed this video. You should have, because that was an insane game. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Until next time, closing the board, hit episode the like button. Until next time, closing the board, hit episode the like button. Subscribe if you have yet. Tell your mom, dad, grandma, aunts, uncles, pets, and friends about these videos. And you know what? I'm gonna see you in episode number 8 of this Jacksonville Jaguars Madden 23 Fantasy Draft Franchise Series. See you in episode number 8. And eat a lot of bacon. And go Jaguars. And I'll see you in the AFC Championship game. See you then.